This video will go over most missed questions missed in test number 2. The first one is about a force of 563 pounds is required to pull a boat up a ramp that is inclined at 24 degrees. So if we draw a picture of that, here's our horizontal, here's our ramp, this is 24 degrees, and we have some boat that's right here. And what we do know is that we are required to have 563 pounds of force to pull it up. It says approximately how much does the boat weigh. So remember that our boat has a weight going straight down. That is our weight of our boat. What we also know is that there's a normal force that's perpendicular to the ramp, and so that will form a right angle over here. So we know that this force that we have right here is the same as the 563. We also know that our angle of 24 degrees is also right here. So I'm going to redraw that right triangle so that this small part is actually our 563 pounds. Our weight is our hypotenuse of our triangle. And this guy right here, our angle, is this one right here. So this is 24 degrees. From here we can either use law of sines or we can use our right triangle trig. Just because this test actually had law of sines, I'm going to use law of sines. So what we do know is that W is to the sine of 90 degrees as 563 is to the sine of 24 degrees. Sine of 90 degrees is equal to 1. So now we find that W is equal to 563 divided by the sine of 24 degrees, which is given. So we got to divide this by 0.407. And that should give us our answer of 1,384 pounds. The second problem on that same page said that a pilot wants to fly at a bearing of 63 degrees. So if I try that, here's north, and it wants to go in this direction 63 degrees. It says to achieve this she flies due east while there is, so due east, so she's here, she's flying straight due east at some velocity that we don't know, but that there is a wind that is 57 miles per hour blowing from the south. So it's going from the south going northward, and that is 57 miles per hour. Our job is to find the ground speed. The ground speed is going to be our net result, this guy right here. If you want to think about it, it's our hypotenuse to our right triangle. What we do know is that if this angle is 63 degrees, we can do sine of Zorro and find that this is 63 degrees. We can also see that we can find this angle here, since we know two angles, our 90 and our 63 degrees, that's 153, and if we subtract that from 180, I get 27 degrees. And notice that the only thing I'm given are sine and cosine of 63 degrees. But we can also remember our co-functions, meaning that this is also the same thing as cosine of 27 degrees is equal to this number, and the sine of 27 degrees is equal to this number. So we can either use either angle that we would like. So I'm going to redraw my triangle, my right triangle. We know that this is 57. We know we're looking for x and that this is 27 degrees, or I can say that this is 63 degrees. I can use the law of sines as well. So I can say x is to sine of 90 degrees as 57 is to sine of 27 degrees. Again, we know that sine of 90 degrees is equal to 1. So we can see that x is equal to 57 divided by the sine of 27 degrees, which is this number, 0.454. But I also wanted to show you what if I didn't have my confidence of those cofunctions, meaning that I can still use right triangle trig for this. If I can use 63 degrees, I know that this is the adjacent side and this is the hypotenuse, so I know that cosine of 63 degrees is equal to 57 over x. Then I can do my cross products. X cosine of 63 degrees is equal to 57. X is equal to 57 divided by cosine of 63 degrees. And we can see that that's the same thing as what we had before. And that concludes this video.